Keyboard Exchange International.
Hi folks, Jim and Grant here at Keyboard Exchange in sunny Sanford, Florida. And we're here today to talk about something, Grant, that I'm doubly excited about. Just recently we made a video of number 577. Bill, show the good people watching number 577, because we have an existing video of that organ. And I was playing it a little bit, and then in the process of playing that one, I realized that not too long ago we had acquired another Fruitwood organ. And then, much to my surprise, they're both made in 1964. Important is they're both Fruitwood. But you know what's special about this one?
What?
The price.
The price?
It's $4,000 less than our finest one. And you know why that is?
I have no idea
No,
why that would be.
it's got... Can you see any scratches there? I bet you can't even see them, can you?
No, not
No,
really.
here. Check. Check. Use a magnifying glass, and you might find some imperfections. You're seeing them now, right?
Yeah. I see a few things.
Yeah.
But it's not obvious.
It's not that bad,
Yeah.
you know. And then the music rack looks like brand new. And anyway, the Fruitwood organs, we always get excited when we find a Fruitwood organ. Now, from 1964, you were saying about some technical stuff about the differences between these two organs. Could you go into detail on that, please?
Yeah, it just happens. These two organs are both, as Jim said, made in 1964, but this one is a little bit earlier than number 577, and it's only earlier by about 2,000 organs, which sounds like a lot, but it's really not. They were making many thousands per year. But the supplier, or I'm not sure if it was just a change in supplier or if it was a change by the technical department, but they started using a different brand of capacitors in 1964. They went from some excellent capacitors that are in this one that were made by General Instruments, and we refer to them commonly as GI caps.
But they're also wax.
Yes, they are wax caps,
wax
but they're
and paper
really,
covered.
really beautiful sounding caps.
Oh yeah, glassy.
Yeah.
I think you told me one time, in your opinion, they're about the same sounding as red caps.
Yeah.
But they're
a little smoother, perhaps.
Smoother, perhaps. Okay.
It depends, but they're quite similar in sound. But it's interesting to us because it narrows the mark at which they began with the red caps in 1964. So we have a little better definition on when that was. But it'll be remarkable once we've got this one finished internally to compare the different tone of the two instruments. It'll be quite similar, but then I'm sure we'll do a video comparing that.
Yeah, that'll be nice. And even if the 577 gets sold before we can do this, because you haven't done the internal work yet, at least we can compare the two videos.
Sure.
We can kind of maybe merge a little bit, or people can go from one video to the next.
Right.
But I think what I would recommend, this being Fruitwood and having the GI capacitors, if you just listen to the video from 577, and if you like that, this has the potential to sound just as good, maybe even a little sweeter.
Yeah.
How rare are those GI capacitors?
They're quite rare. It was only a year or two that they were using them. Prior to that, they had another supplier for wax caps, actually more than one. But when they started using the GI caps in the early 60s, they used them exclusively throughout the generator. Prior to this, there were two different brands they were using, and they're mixed and matched on the generators prior to, I think, 61, something like that. But they're excellent. They last forever. They still sound great to this day. We haven't had any generators with GI caps where we felt the caps had drifted so far that you were getting tons of crosstalk and growling and things like that. So we're really happy to work on this one. I'm pretty excited about it.
I'm excited about it too, because frankly, when we bought it, it didn't look nearly as pretty as this, as it looks now, since it's gone through our detailing shop. We haven't had to refinish it, but there are some minor imperfections. There's one end has some larger imperfections on one end that somebody could put a brass plate on it and dedicate it to somebody who pays for the organ in the church, or you know, you could just put a brass plate that says B3, or you might not care what it looks like on one side. If it's shoved up against the wall, who cares, right? Yeah. In the meantime, if anybody wants to like see the scratches, they can get themselves one of these handy dandy magnifying glasses and go around it. But on 577, you couldn't even hardly find a scratch over there.
Not even a fingerprint.
There should be some of your fingerprints on there to prove you worked on it.
Well,
you know?
Roger polished all that off.
Oh yeah, and then we had Bill work on that one too. Yeah, so there could be a few fingerprints, but over here you have a few scratches, but no big deal in terms of scarcity, rarity, excellence, and appearance. For $4,000 less, you know, for $4,000 you can take a little vacation for that kind of money, or you know, do whatever you want. But there's a dramatic amount of savings. And this is the Leslie it came with, so this is the Leslie we're going to keep it with. It's a 122.
It's beautiful too.
Yeah, but hey,
yeah, it has imperfections.
You know, look, there's a little something not going on there, but
the color is gorgeous. I really like these.
Really matches nicely, doesn't it? Well, we'll get back to you a little later, folks, once we get this worked on internally, and we'll do all kinds of cool stuff. We'll add an extra output so that the bass tones can be plugged through a bass amp or subwoofers in a PA, and then the total tonal spectrum could be played through a PA in a Coliseum, and then you just mic the Leslie. So this is such a cool bass to start from. With that $4,000, you know, they could add brand new solid state preamp with reverb and string bass.
Yeah.
You know, bring it up to so the prices are equal, but this would have a lot more cool stuff on it. There's all kinds of stuff that you could do with your $4,000 that you're going to save if you choose this one. Well, anything else we need to add, Grant? Any more pearls of wisdom you'd like to contribute? Something profound. You usually say something profound. What you got for us? What you got for us today, Grant?
Well, they say if you should never judge another man until you've walked a mile in his shoes. That way, you're a mile away and you have his shoes.
Thank you, Grant. Let's hear it for Grant, everyone. Let's hear it for him.
We want to thank everybody and hope you enjoyed the video. From everyone here at Keyboard Exchange, have a great day.
Thanks for watching our video, and thank you also for helping keep the Hammond Tone Wheel B3 organ alive. We couldn't do all this work that we do here without you. And it would also help greatly if you could subscribe, like, ask for notifications for when we have new videos. That would be a big help for us. So we thank you once again. I'm signing off for now, but we will be back.